One of the most famous drills for USPSA is the bill drill. You're probably familiar with it. You're going to draw, fire 6 shots into a target. 2 seconds, pretty reasonable time for this from 7 yards. I'll demonstrate that now. That's the bill drill. That's pretty common. Most people are already familiar with that. That's a great test to make sure you have a nice snappy draw. You get on the correct grip, look at a spot on the target, bring the gun to your eye target line, and you can engage the target with 6 rounds. Again, without your grip coming apart, your left hand leaving the gun, your support hand leaving the gun, or your firing hand driving the gun down. Again, most people are already familiar with that drill, and for good reason. It's a great drill. But that's not really, it doesn't really mimic what you do in USPSA. In USPSA, we got to engage targets really quickly like that, but there's also snappy target transitions. Now, to help people with that, to help show them how quickly they can transition between targets, I like to do a bill drill like that. And you can see here I've got the 3 targets edge to edge. And a nice exercise is to draw and do a bill drill, but every 2 shots, I'm going to shift my vision to the next target in line. So I kind of work in a little target transition there. So as you can see there, I kept running the trigger the same pace and just shifted my vision between the targets. This isn't a great idea in an actual competition, because it's pretty easy to make mistakes when you're shooting that aggressively, but for training, it's an excellent way for you to push yourself and understand how quickly you got to shift your eye between targets. Okay? Once I get this down with the targets edge to edge like so, I can go ahead and move the targets apart. So I can shift them apart just a little bit like that, and that'll just make this harder. Okay? So now, as I shift my eye between the targets, the gun has to travel a little bit more distance. Probably I'm going to tense up in my shoulders and upper body as I kind of push the gun there. And I have to get the gun to the target without tensing up so much that I push it past the target. Okay? So this is an excellent exercise to practice. I mean, from here, I can go ahead and split the targets apart further and continue working on it. And you're going to get to a point really quickly that it becomes next to impossible to get the gun there in time, or to shoot at that pace and have the gun arrive where you want. And for me, that's a great place to train, where I'm really pushing myself. Now again, this isn't a good idea to do in an actual match, but for training, this will really help you understand your limits and help you understand moving your eye to the target, being precise with that, and doing it without excess tension in your upper body.